Don't ask me how, but somehow it's been a decade since Elder Scrolls V Skyrim came out. To celebrate, Bethesda are yet again re-releasing Skyrim for the umpteenth time in a brand new Skyrim Anniversary Edition. But there's far more to it than just a new version of the very same Skyrim that utterly consumed your life for months just like me. Skyrim Anniversary Edition comes with plenty of incentives to either seize the bits of free content or shell out for the entire upgrade, so without further ado, let's run through them, yeah? Here's 6 things you need to know about Skyrim Anniversary Edition. First up, Skyrim Anniversary Edition is an optional upgrade for owners of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition on any platform, and that includes Xbox Game Pass subscribers. For some reason, I originally thought it was free, but nope, it's not. Yet, I haven't seen any information online about how much the Anniversary Edition upgrade will cost. At the moment, Skyrim Special Edition is going for about $40 on Steam, so I'd guess the standalone Anniversary Edition might be $50 to account for the upgrades and creation content included in it. No idea about the upgrade cost, though. But even if you don't upgrade to the Anniversary Edition, you still have something to look forward to. All current and future owners of Skyrim Special Edition get access to 3 new pieces of Creation Club content for free, which I'll be going into more detail about in just a bit. If you don't want to shell out for the Anniversary Edition, Skyrim Special Edition came out in 2016 and includes remastered art and effects like better water shaders, volumetric god rays, dynamic depth of field, and screen space reflections, so I'd say it's worth picking up for the free Anniversary content when it's on sale, if you don't have it already. So, what do you get if you buy the Skyrim Anniversary Edition? This next bit is a bit confusing because the Anniversary Edition technically includes Skyrim Special Edition and 74 creations, 48 of which are currently available, and the rest of them, the 26 that are left, are scheduled to be released at some point in the future. So you're basically getting Skyrim Special Edition and a bunch of official mods, which is why there's the upgrade version for Skyrim Special Edition, as the base game itself remains the same, by the sound of it. These creations are basically official mods for the game that Bethesda produce, and include over 500 bits of content that range from quests, to armour, to houses, and so on. So if you've played a ton of Skyrim, like yours truly, and have sapped it of every last bit of content, including the Ebony Knight, the Anniversary Edition has even more quests for you to do and procrastinate on the main story, as well as new armour to wear and new abodes to live in. Fishing is the big thing that's part of the free Anniversary Edition content, whether you buy Anniversary Edition or not. I hardly think I need to explain what fishing comprises of exactly, although there is more to it than just casting your fishing rod into the rivers of Skyrim. Next to these bodies of water, you'll find fishing supplies, and once you interact with them, you'll start fishing, rather than having a fishing rod in your inventory that you have to select or something. No longer do you have to swim around finding fish and getting nibbled on by slaughterfish, which is the more extreme version of those fish that eat your skin on your feet. If you haven't heard about it, look it up. Being out for a whole decade means that most of us will have already caught fish and used them in potions or to make some grilled salmon, and frankly, might need an extra incentive to try fishing. So, to get you multiple 100-hour save folks intrigued, fishing comes with its own quests. A quest titled Angler Acquaintances pops up once you catch your first fish, and although I have no idea what it entails, I would guess it's centered around catching all the different types of fish added to Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Once you catch one of these scaly finned beings, and yeah, I'm trying not to say the word fish again, it'll appear on screen. In a devastating turn of events for those people who use photos of themselves with their catch on Tinder, your character doesn't have any hand animations for fishing either, instead using a button to reel in your catch. It's a mystery to me whether the fishing will be skill-based, meaning you'd have to press the button at a specific time and wrangle with more difficult ones, but what I do know is that there's a new type of fish called the pogfish. Do with that information what you will. Another Another bit of free content you get, regardless on whether you upgrade or not, is the Saints and Seducers Creation Pack. Now, this has been out since 2019, so don't go googling it or you will get spoilers. Allow me to summarise it for you though. It's all about our favourite mad god Sheogorath and his realm, the Shivering Isles. In a move that's probably not beneficial for the general populace, a mage has decided it would be a good idea to weaken the veil between the Shivering Isles and our realm, and as a result, all manner of bizarre and alien creatures, dungeons, and the mysterious madness ore is now at your disposal, / is dangerously close to new enemies who will want to kill you. Saints and Seducers adds new summons, enemies, alchemy ingredients, a dungeon in one of the main cities of Skyrim, pets, craftable armour, and weapon sets using a special new resource. There's also one really weird soul gem that you kinda have to see for yourself. A fair warning that there's no grand quest linking all the content together, according to Reddit. It's rather a collection of smaller quests themed around the Shivering Isles. People who have played it say that Saints and Seducers takes about 2 or 3 hours to complete if you fast travel, which is fine for a free extra chunk of content, but just don't expect it to be a DLC-sized edition or anything. The last bit of free content you get to celebrate a decade of Skyrim is the option of enabling survival mode. Turn it on and Skyrim becomes a much more hostile realm that you'll have to explore carefully and ensure you're prepared for travelling everywhere by foot, though you can still use horses and carriages. Although the survival creation is less extensive than other mods you can get, it is, again, not bad for a free introduction to the concept of survival mode. There's no thirst meter, mind you, which does feel like a bit of an oversight, though there's no Lady Domitresque in it, so perhaps it's understandable. What the survival creation does have you contending with is hunger, fatigue, cold, warmth, disease, afflictions, changes to shrine healings, freezing water, no health regeneration without potion spells or food, leveling up now requires you to sleep in a bed, a reduced carry weight, and vampires and werewolves can now regenerate health by eating victims. That's a lot to take in, so let me explain a couple of these new features while you wrap up warm and become grateful that you don't have to worry about vampires and werewolves in your daily lives. Keep a full belly to avoid being affected by hunger, and if you eat enough you'll get the well-fed bonus, but be wary of consuming raw meat as you might get food poisoning. Much like real life, being hungry affects your stamina and your ability to wield weapons, so don't neglect that rumbling stomach. Cold and warmth are pretty self-explanatory, just make sure you wear clothes that have a high warmth rating in freezing areas, or you'll suffer horribly and start to move slower, have a reduced health, and be unable to pick locks as well because of your poor, frozen fingers. Diseases are also self-explanatory, but a new addition that's semi-related is afflictions, which are statuses that will affect you long after you're cured of a disease, fill your belly after being hungry, or make it out of a freezing area. Wait long enough and these afflictions will dissipate by themselves, but in the meantime you'll be struck by slower regen of magicka and stamina, or you'll do less damage with bows and weapons. One key thing you should know before I move on to the final point is that the new overencumbrance parameters not only affect how fast you move, but how quickly you get fatigued too. Struggle on with a heavy pack and your stamina will take a hit, meaning you become fatigued faster, which then affects your total available magicka. Those are the main features you should be aware of in survival mode, so if that sounds masochistic enough for you, have at it, friendo. I'm going to stick with my accidentally sleep and food deprived stealth archer for now. Lastly, Skyrim Special Edition owners on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, as well as Xbox Games Pass subscribers on Xbox Series X or S, will receive a free upgrade to an enhanced version of Skyrim Special Edition. I've hunted around for details on what that means exactly, like in terms of what specific improvements have been made, and have come up empty-handed, so let's try some good old guesswork. This enhanced version probably looks better to account for the more powerful consoles. And that's 6 things you need to know about Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Do you think you'll be picking up the free content or going for the entire Skyrim Anniversary bundle? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, thanks very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Eurogamer as we have a new video out every single day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go, so remember to stay hydrated, folks, and I'll see you next time.